What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's that time of the week. It is weekly rotation time, and it was my first full week since I've moved here to the Florida Panhandle, so naturally I wore some fresher stuff. We've got some blues, we've got some tropical fragrances. We got some really good stuff in this particular rotation, and it's week number 191. We've got 12 fragrances total that I want to talk to you about, so stay tuned. Starting off on Sunday is one that I haven't reached for in quite some time. It is from Rirana Perfumes. It's called Vanilla Tea. So people always assume coconut nanas when they see it. Like when I posted my scent of the day, that was everybody's assumption. No, this is just as it sounds. It's a creamy vanilla, a little powdery tea. There's a citric, sweet, fruity smell to it. It's airy. It's got a little bit of a tropical feel. It's a laid-back, casual, believe it or not, for being a vanilla fragrance, summer vibe type of fragrance. Great daytime wear. Beautiful stuff, perfectly unisex. Anybody can wear it. Performance is stellar on this. This is a beach vibe for being a sweet vanilla fragrance. There's not a ton of beachy vanillas out there. The first one that comes to mind is Juliet Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes, for example, but this one, while not the same scent profile, I put in a similar category because it's absolutely geared for the warmer weather. During the day, Rirana Perfumes, this is Vanilla Tea. When I got the shower, this is, when it comes to high heat, this is my preferred option to smell like Elysium. This is Paris Corner's Emir Trillium. Bright, zesty, fresh, and sharp. Not a strong performer, but shines in the high heat. We're going to give this one a little spritz. Terrible atomizer. You got to really dial up the sprays because they're little like half spritzes. But, I mean, it's okay. It does its job. It gets some perfume oil and alcohol out. On skin, you just got to spray it a little bit heavier. But this is one that sharp grapefruit bergamot smell. Like I said, super metallic compared to the rest. The most metallic because it's so sharp, bright, and airy. A little bit of vetiver as it dries. Nothing crazy complex about this one. Just smells really, really freaking good. And it's affordable. Just temper your expectations with performance. That's Paris Corner's Emir Trillium. Moving into Monday, it was nice to start wearing this one. I need to send the footage over to my buddy Chad from A Gentleman's Journey. We're doing a collaboration review on this fragrance on his channel. It is Pacific Lime from Atelier Cologne. I am a massive, massive fan of this fragrance. If you've never smelled this, you are doing yourself a disservice. If you like coconut or you like lime, it's creamy, bright, watery, smooth, delightful, casual, indulgent. You can't help but keep going back to it to smell it. Performance is average at best, but that's okay. It's rich and believable, natural smelling, just indulgent. That's such a good word for this because it is an indulgence to sit here and sniff it. It's creamy and delicious, almost gourmand-like delicious for being citric and fruity. Oh man, it's just perfect for this high humidity that I'm in. If you haven't tried this, you really should. During the day, Atelier Cologne, Pacific Lime. Then we got the shower. This is a shower gel fragrance that had some hype a few years back, and I shelved it. It was hiding in the collection, but it was easy to get to this go round. It's Jaguar Pace. So peppery green spice and Broxton type of smell. This is really good stuff. I do talk about Jaguar Pace Accelerate, its flanker, a lot more, which I do find superior, but not drastically. That's more of a watery, peppered vetiver fragrance, whereas this is all about greens and peppers. Still has that black pepper smell and rosemary, stuff like that. Beautiful blue fragrance with some spicy green aspects to it. Like I said, still has that Broxton smell, though it's not listed. Average performer. Nothing crazy, not super weak, but it is super cheap. I think 60 ml like this is like 18 bucks in the link down below. It's worth a blind buy dice roll. If you like shower gel blue fragrances, you'll probably like this one, especially if you like more green and spicy type of shower gel blue fragrances. Out the shower, Jaguar Pace. Moving into Tuesday, this is kind of a blast from the past. I remember the first time I smelled this was from a tester bottle in the John Varvatos store at the Galleria Mall in Houston. And I was very much like, ooh, I need a bottle of this. And then when I got a bottle, I didn't wear it much because I was getting a lot of fragrances at the time. It's John Varvatos and Nick Jonas, the original in the line, also known as John Varvatos and Nick Jonas Blue. Beautiful green, appley, fruity type of smell. A little bit of powdery sweetness. It's a very blue fragrance, as the bottle would indicate, but more of a sweet blue. Sweet and green, a little powdery. Beautiful stuff. Average performer, nothing spectacular. Kind of like a little bit of an Eros feel, like a greener Eros, if you will. A little bit more powdery as well, like a tonka bean powdery sweetness. Versatile, youthful, daily wear type of stuff. Nothing, again, remarkable and groundbreaking, but it smells really good. It's a great crowd pleaser. Just one I haven't reached for in a while that it was nice to revisit. During the day, John Varvatos and Nick Jonas Blue. And then we got the shower. It was time for a shave, and I haven't used this shave set in so long. It's from Sterling Soap Company. It's called Sandpiper. Now, Sandpiper smells like La Nuit de l'Homme. So I gave myself a few sprays of the fragrance. So I was rocking La Nuit de l'Homme the other night, which I don't reach for all that much. I wear all of its flankers way more. My wife is a huge fan of this one. I've always been a big fan of it, too. I don't think it'll ever be played out. Even though I do like the Le Parfum, the Eau de Parfum, the L'Intense, I like all of them more. Blue Electrique, Eau Electrique. I literally like every flanker I have of this more than this. But it doesn't change the fact that it still smells absolutely incredible. Powdery sweet cardamom. Nice and spicy, super seductive and attractive. All the hype this has gotten over the years is warranted and deserved, in my opinion. And it was a treat for me to wear this as a shave and out the shower scent the other night. So out the shower, Sterling Soap Company Sandpiper and YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. Moving into Wednesday was a lovely beach day. Went get a little bit of sun, got out in the water. It was a yellow flag, so it was mildly rough current, but not crazy rough. No rip tides or anything. Super clear water. It was just a beautiful day at the beach. So a beautiful day at the beach warrants a beautiful fragrance from Day 3 Fragrances. This is called Bani. This is a beautiful papaya mango scent. Oh, it's so beautiful. It obviously got layered on top of some spray on sunscreen. I sprayed the sunscreen, then I sprayed the fragrance. And yes, I know what you're going to say. Why the hell are you spraying a fragrance to go to the beach, especially if you're getting in the water? Because I'm obsessed with fragrances. That's why. Duh. I'm going to wear a fragrance for everything, like you had to ask. So it's absolutely a tropical beach vibe. This is my favorite from the house. This is super good. Possibly the best mango scent I've ever smelled. I know that's pretty high praise because I've gotten a lot of mango scents in the last year. That's probably the best one. This was definitely my favorite that I've tried from the house. Their coffee fragrance was my favorite until I got my nose on this one. If you haven't tried this and you like mango and papaya, you might really need to get your nose on this one. Performance is great. It's high-level niche quality. It's independent niche perfumery. Excellent, excellent work. Mike, the owner and perfumer of this brand, does phenomenal work. One of the better indie houses in our community. I strongly encourage you to get a sample set, a discovery set, and try the house. He's got a lot of great stuff to offer, but in my opinion, the cream of the crop is definitely what I wore during the day for my beach day, Bani from Day 3 Fragrances. Then I got the shower. I wanted to keep it fresh. So out the shower was a little bit earlier in the day than usual. So we went to Walmart after. We had a few more things we wanted to do. So I wanted to keep it sporty, keep it fresh, and I went with Lacoste L1212 Eau Fraiche. So no, this is not Lacoste Blanc Eau Fraiche. This is an older fragrance. This is L1212 Eau Fraiche. This has aromatic notes, aquatic notes, and limoncello. That's the star of the show, limoncello. This almost gelatin-like lemony feel. And even though they don't list it, I get this minty green type of tone. It could be sage playing a trick on me. I don't know. Cypress potentially. Because it's listed as aquatic notes, aromatic notes, and then you got the limoncello. But like I said, I get this minty green feel with the lemon. Gorgeous stuff. Average performance at best. It's like a 4 to 5 hour fragrance. I sprayed it relatively heavy to run around and run errands. And a few hours later, I sprayed it again. So temper your expectations with performance. This is a massive 190 ml, I believe. 175 ml bottle, 5.9 ounce. That's why it's giant. It's not just my hands are small. It's a gigantic bottle. So if you ever come around to seeing this one, it's not special. Don't get me wrong. But it is bright and refreshing and perfect for what I wore it for. Out the shower and for most of the evening to run around. Lacoste L1212 Eau Fraiche. Moving into Thursday, I actually forgot to spray something when I got out the shower, believe it or not. So I just had a daytime scent, and it was Acqua di Gio Profondo, a lot of people's favorite in the line. And in my opinion, you can't go wrong. There's not a bad fragrance in the line. There's not even a mediocre fragrance in the line. They're all good, every one of them. So you're going to get a little bit of some orange. I believe it's a mandarin type of feel. The way the orange, it's a green mandarin if I remember correctly. It smells like orange. Aquazone marine notes. So very saltwater marine aquatic. Musky, synthetic, sure, one of the more chemically synthetic fragrances out there that cost this price, but it's amazing. It's amazing out in the air. It performs great. It pulls in positive attention. It's just a beautiful fragrance, and that's why it's so popular for a lot of people and a lot of people's favorites, because it performs and it gets compliments. And that's what's most important to most people that wear fragrances. Though I prefer to wear them for myself. It's all about the wearing experience with me. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't like when somebody wants to tell me I smell good or ask about my fragrance. Because again, I go back to what I said in the last segment. I'm obsessed with fragrances. Of course, I want to engage in a conversation about my fragrance I'm wearing. Come on now. And during the day, I was smelling great. It was nice to get back to this one. It's been a little while since I wore it, and I'm in the perfect climate for it. During the day, the only fragrance I wore that day, Giorgio Armani's Acqua di Gio Profondo. Moving into Friday, so double dipped on Friday. Wore this during the day, was enjoying it so much, wore it out the shower. Huge fan. Huge fan. I found this for $20 at Ross Dress for Less recently. It is Facconable, I believe is how you say it, French Riviera. This is their fragrance, Riviera Eau de Parfum. Now, they have 3 from the house, supposedly. I've learned a little more about the brand. I only have this one. Quality atomizer. This, look at this. For a $20 fragrance. Retails $90. I went to their website and checked them out, because I've heard of the brand, but I never really looked at any of their clothing or anything. Nice vibe. Like, it's kind of a clothing brand for where I live, out here, beach life. Riviera lifestyle, if you will. French Riviera, it's in the name. This, in its most simplistic way to describe it, is spicier Versace Dylan Blue. Not the exact same fragrance. I'm not saying it's one-to-one with Dylan Blue, but that was the first fragrance that reminded me of it. Continues to remind me of it. It's sharp, spicy, metallic, citric, aquatic, a little dark, rich, and smoky. Ambery type of feel, like a lot of the similar nuances to Versace Dylan Blue with enhanced spice is basically what this one is. Average performer. It's not a beast on my skin. I've been clocking it around 6 hours, about an hour and a half roughly of projection. So not as strong of a performer as Versace Dylan Blue, but for $20, this is a hell of a pickup. If you see this at a rack store for $20, scoop this bad boy up for $20. It's more than that online. I'll try to find a link to it, a discounter that has it, and put it in the description, but you want to pick this one up at a rack store. Check your Ross Dress for Less locations, because that's where I found this one, here locally in Panama City Beach, and I'm super happy with my findings, so much so I wore it twice this day. Again, that's Facconable Riviera. So this is being recorded the day before Saturday, so this is what I'm planning on wearing tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be another beach day for us, and what I'm planning on layering on top of the sunscreen this time, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, Italian Love. I bought this a few months back. I have not wore it. I had a decant. I knew I loved it. The best flanker to come out in a while in this line, in my opinion. Better than Forever. I like it more. This is going to be such a vibe to go with what tomorrow is going to entail. Like I said, it's Friday afternoon. I'm actually wearing this right now. Friday afternoon, I'm recording this. This is what I'm wearing beach day tomorrow. I'm going to love it. It's kind of going to be irrelevant. I'm not going to smell it for long once I'm out on the beach. But again, I'm going to wear a fragrance. I wear a fragrance for everything. But this is so good, guys. If you haven't smelled this yet, oh my God, you're missing out. If you liked Light Blue Forever, this has more depth than it smells like Light Blue Forever with added depth. The patchouli here is what takes over. It's got this damp, green, earthy feel to go with the citruses. Like, it's not as dominated by the grapefruit. The bergamot comes out a bit more too. It's kind of the double whammy of citrus with a saltwater aquatic feel. Oh, this is so good. Performance is really good on it as well. This is going to be an ideal choice. I can't wait to spray this one on tomorrow, Saturday during the day for my next beach day. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Italian Love. And then when I get at the shower on Saturday, I haven't reached for this one in a while. It's kind of been the go-to over the last year in these weekly rotations. It is Ferrari's Radiant Bergamot. So zesty green citrus, fresh, bright, on the weaker side. I always spray this one way heavier than I need to just lounge around the house in the evenings. But since it's going to be a beach day, it will be earlier in the day that I'm going to take my shower, so this one will get reapplied later into the evening. So this will get sprayed 2 different times. It'll be reapplied, 3-4 hours later, because it doesn't last all that long, but it's going to be sprayed heavily. I'm a big fan of this one. I even have a backup bottle. That's how much I like this one. And you see the dent. This one gets used, guys. It's probably my favorite cheap bergamot-based fragrance. More so than like a Ferragamo Acqua Essenziale Cologne, for example. It's that good to me. So out the shower on Saturday, Ferrari's Radiant Bergamot. Well, that's the 12 for all 7 days. That was this week's rotation, the first full week here in the Florida Panhandle. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys of what I wore this week. Did you happen to wear any of these fragrances this week? What a coincidence that would be, right? I'd love to read what you guys wore down in the comments. Let me know what your week looked like, whether it was 1 fragrance or 20 fragrances. Let me know what your rotation looked like. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of the things I wore this past week and you give them a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.